Happy Wednesday here on the Makers Gonna Learn YouTube channel. We are so excited. We're bringing the fire today.
We are bringing the fire today, and y'all, we have an announcement.
Turn your mic on. They gotta hear you. They can't hear you. Lauren, welcome to the show.
They can't hardly hear me anyway.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, it's better than it was. Better than it was.
Welcome back.
Glad to be back. Glad to be back. We have an amazing announcement that I feel like you as members have been asking.
Y'all.
What happened to this thing that we're going to talk about here in a minute? We're ready to bring it back and better than ever.
It's going to be awesome. Hope you guys are having a great day. If you're in our Passive Earner Society community, I just served for 90 minutes in the highest level training possible at the inside Passive Earner Society, a whole new class on belief. Y'all were totally picking up what I'm putting down. If you were there, share how awesome it was. We love it. If you're not in Passive Earners, Sadie will drop the link to apply. You can fill out a quick application, connect with my team. It is so fun to watch everyone getting their Etsy shops going, hitting new goals, really maximizing their shop, adding digital, print on demand, and so much more. So that is super, super fun.
I heard that it was one of your best trainings.
I did proclaim that. I did say it's probably one of my best trainings I've ever taught. I just felt so needed for where we're at in the year as we gear up for our busy season. So important. We talked about lagging results, our identity, just a lot of really good things. So we're super excited. Today we have a really fun announcement.
Yes, we do.
And you're teaching us a really fun, we're redefining a whole process, and you're going to really teach us how to make sure we're attaching right and really crushing it.
Yes.
So I'm super excited.
So the little announcement that I've been super excited to tell you guys about is we are bringing back monthly challenges.
Let's go. Makers Gonna Learn family.
I'm so excited. If you've not been here with us, some people have been here with us for a very long time.
Yeah.
Some people may not have been with us for that long of a time. If you have not and you're like,
it's been a while.
What are monthly challenges?
Yeah.
What we like to do is we like to challenge you to actually make something and then have a chance to win a $100 Amazon gift card. I mean, it's a win-win situation. You're actually making something, you're getting something done, you're learning or perfecting a skill.
So good.
And getting a chance to win $100. I mean, who doesn't want that?
It's awesome, and it just really cultivates making and creating and challenging you guys. So we're bringing it back. It's going to go along with every collection release. We will come out with that monthly challenge. This one is actually going to correlate with what you're training on today.
Yes.
So everyone here, if you're not in the community, we just really want to inspire you guys to get plugged in. We have a link to join down below. I checked before we went live. We have a few more book bundles available.
We did order extra.
We do have extra. So you can use coupon code EPIC, EPIC, to get all of our courses, past, future, and current, all in one tier. So check that out down below. Use code EPIC. We're giving you $300 off. That will end very soon. So great time to join. You get to craft with us all year and participate in this challenge. Are you ready to share what the challenge is?
I'm so excited to share with you guys what this challenge is. If you hadn't gathered, like Tanner said, today's project, we're really going to be focusing on your technique in design space and learning how to attach letters.
So important.
And learning how to bring those letters together properly, how to attach them. So our monthly challenge for the month of August is you can create any project you want. We are not limiting you to your project. However, the only stipulations for this project there's two. You must be an MGL member to participate. Let's make sure that everyone knows that. You must be an MGL member to participate. This is a member-only challenge.
Period.
Next, you must use a Makers Gonna Learn font. Does not matter what type of font. Doesn't necessarily have to be a new one. It can be a new one, but we have some really good new ones. But it doesn't have to be a new one. Just any Makers Gonna Learn font that speaks to you. And then finally, your letters must be attached in this project. So we want to see those letters touching and attaching properly. And that's really the only stipulations.
Amazing.
And you are going to have until August 31st to complete this challenge.
Month.
You literally have all month. I would suggest not putting it off until the end of the month because we're going to hype it up now. We have a lot of things going on in August.
Oh, yeah.
Probably we'll remind you here and there to get that done, but put it on your list of things to do to get that challenge done.
Set your hour and a half to craft, your crafternoon, your Saturday morning, whatever you want, add it in and just put an asterisk, MGL challenge, so that you know that you're going to participate in the challenge. You'll post it. To be entered to win, you must post a picture on the Facebook group. If you're not on Facebook, email it in. We'll make sure to enter that into the raffle for the at random giveaway for the $100 Amazon gift card. We'll announce it at the first Wednesday show of the month,
which will be September 3rd.
Woohoo! So that will be super, super fun. We are so excited. Yes, you can post it in the Facebook group. We are bringing back them challenges. It's going to be so epic to see you guys challenged and just perfecting it. And it's really a great reason why, if you're not a part of a creative community, what are you waiting for? We just came out with AI for Creatives. We have another big announcement coming, which I'm so excited about. It's gonna be super epic, really fun. So that will be coming out very soon. So stick with us. And we just have so much fun. So yay, I love it. Okay, that was a lot of announcements.
A lot of announcements.
So good. So go ahead, if you have questions, let us know. I'll respond in the chat. Are you ready to take, I want to show them this project.
Let's go ahead and hop over here and let's talk about what we are going to be creating today. So today, we'll just go ahead and go overhead so you all can see this. We are going to be making confetti bookmarks. Ooh. Look how stinking cute these are. We have 3 different bookmarks here. You can see we have used a sans serif font, not a script font. We have used a script font. You can see we're just going to be really focusing in and teaching you guys on proper techniques of attaching your letters together so that you have them all, like you can have a word all in one piece. I'm so excited, so obsessed with this, super cute, and honestly, a really good back to school project. Yes. I mean, obviously I'm gonna be giving this to Asher. I may make Emerson one today for her to use in school. So we are going to be making bookmarks. So if you haven't been around the channel and you are curious, well, where can I find all of the supplies that you are talking about? They're gonna be linked in the description down below. If you don't see it, you can hit the 3 dots where it says more. It will expand that description and we've given you links. So what you are going to need is this is a kind of like a fillable bookmark. You can see here, it's a pretty thin plastic. We're gonna be able to stick the name down in there with the glitter and we're gonna be able to close that shut. Now with this, we got these off Amazon. They did come with these tassels that you can put on the end. We didn't have to buy those separate. So if you want to create this one specifically, you are going to have these fillable bookmarks. You will need some type of cardstock. You can see here we have lots of different colors of cardstock. Our hands down favorite cardstock company is Celebration Warehouse. Like I said, if you've been around the channel, you know we talk about Celebration Warehouse cardstock all the time. It is our favorite. There is not a cardstock on the market, in my opinion, that cuts better than Celebration Warehouse.
Amen.
If you order some, make sure you use code MGL for 20% off. We are giving you all the discounts. We actually don't get a kickback from this. Nope. We just love it so much. We love Ashley. She's the owner of the company. We love her.
Here's the fun thing about that. She offered many years ago if we wanted like an affiliate, and I said no. I just want to give the savings to all my members and all my friends. So when you use code MGL, if she's not running a sale, it works, and it's 20% off your entire order, just using the coupon code MGL at checkout. That is 20%. So she was gonna be like, well, hey, do you want a little, commission? I'm like, no.
Nope.
We're not having that life. We just want to, recommend products we love. So,
yay. We just want to give all the savings to you guys. So if we're not still overhead, we're gonna go back overhead and finish talking about all of our supplies. So obviously you can see it's not just our cardstock name that's in our bookmarks. We do have glitter as well. And let's talk about the right kind of glitter for this project. And y'all, you're definitely going to have a chunky glitter. Do not use a fine glitter because look, let's just go ahead and show you how it does not work. What happens is that fine, whoops, it's actually, That one has been torn. We'll have to clean that up later. The fine glitter just sticks to the inside of that plastic. Fine glitter for this project is not the ticket. You are going to need a chunky glitter. So grab your favorite chunky glitter. We do love Starcraft glitter. You can order this from 143 Vinyl. Once again, this is linked down below. They have a really good selection of glitter. So if you don't have any chunky, you can definitely check them out. Another good place that we have gotten is Little Latte's shop. I think she still has glitter. I know that she stopped selling.
She stopped our favorite blanks.
She did stop selling our favorite blanks. But this is another small business that you can support, Little Latte's shop. She has some really good glitters as well.
Love
so
it.
Other than that, we do have our this is like our little glitter funnel that we keep in our glitter bucket.
Yes.
Just to kind of keep everything not so messy. And then the last thing that you're going to need is we seal these up with just some clear packing tape. We're gonna cut some clear packing tape down and seal that top up. We did try sealing it with glue. It did not work with this plastic. Really, like I said, clear packing tape is going to give you the best seal on this. And we're just going to put a little bit over top of there, and you really can't see it. And you can see here,
good.
we've used, you can kind of see it right here, we've used it, but you can't really see it. So those are the supplies that we are going to be using for today's project. But let me go ahead and get logged in. And before we start talking about putting your letters together and welding those letters or combining those letters together, I want to go over to the Makers Gonna Learn website, and I want to show you guys some of the new cut files that we have released for the month of August. They are so cute. I think that we have some really, really good files today. So let's go ahead and go to our share screen if we're not already there. And we're just gonna check out some of these files so that you can kind of see what we have to offer. Holy moly, that little checkered apple name placard would be
amazing.
So perfect for a back to school shirt or a back to school design.
Even the national park sign, adding your own back to school like in that.
Oh my goodness.
Come on.
I adore that.
Come on.
Meemaw, Gigi. There's some really good ones here. We've got some baseball ones. This
awesome.
spade is giving very Western. We've got there was another stay bookish. There's there's so many, there's such a variety.
Someone commented, do people even read anymore? Honey, I was just laughing at my bedside table. I have ordered so many books. The problem is if I listen to a book, I also want it. So I even get books that I listen to.
Oh, there's Granny. You don't see a lot of grannies, and that's what my mom is called, is Granny.
That's so sweet.
Endless to be read.
Ooh.
That's me. I have an endless to be read
Granola
list.
Girl.
I love all of these. We're starting to get into some of our Halloween stuff.
Yes.
Getting those out there for you guys. Here's another national park sign. These are really good. Like this blank or this file in general is really good to use as your starting point to customize and make like a custom sign. I've seen a lot of people do like national park birthday parties here recently and things like that. So there are some, that Southern Boy one would also be really good. I could see that on a hat. There's some really, really good files in here. So take some time, go through our new cut files, check them out. We'll go through one more page so that you all can...
yes, all members get over there, download your favorites, highlight your favorites. We love, love, love it.
Love it.
So awesome.
So you can go ahead and browse some of those. We're gonna go over to our fonts. We are going to be using a new font today, one of our new fonts from August for today's project. This one is super cute. This Fleur Noir. I'm assuming that's how we say that.
Yeah.
Bubblish would be super cute for this project.
Oh, look at that! Wait, that one right there.
Kaluna.
Kaluna. That one is like giving.
I like that one. That's a really good serif font. Cauldron is going to be a great one for Halloween. It's not going to be good for this project, but I love how it's very like distressed looking. That's going to be a phenomenal Halloween font. Sky Bounce is super cute. It's giving very childlike. I love that one.
So awesome.
So you all can once again go through some of these. Spellbound, that is a really good one. I like that one. I like that one. So you all can go through the fonts. I'm gonna hop over to Design Space, and you can see here we have used this one. Let's go ahead and look here. Oh no, why is it not? I guess I gotta move it. Let me move it up and see if I can see the actual font name. Are we not?
That is one of my beefs with Cricut right now, Lauren.
Is that part of the update that we can't see the image info?
It's just, no, I think it's just a glitch, if I'm being honest.
Oh, wait, it's up here. Bootsy. This one is Bootsy. Okay, Bootsy and Fernie? Is that? Yeah, Bootsy and Fernie.
Love, love, love.
Okay, so these are actually some good ones that we're going to talk about because if you all, script fonts are already pretty much kind of together. So it's easy for us to know how to combine those script fonts because like I said, when you type them in, they're already made to be together. So sometimes we get it gets a little confusing if you are doing a project like this and you are wanting to use a more basic font that is not a script font. So let's talk about how you can combine these letters and make them touch, but still make them look really good and make them not look like a word blob, okay? So to download a font, we're gonna go back to Design Space. And I think that Bubblish was not on there, but I think that I want to try this with Bubblish. So to download a font from the Makers Gonna Learn website, what you're gonna do is you're gonna click that arrow pointing down. It is then going to come in as a zip file or a zipped folder. So you need to double click that to unzip it. You can see here, it will unzip it, and then if you are on a PC, you can right click and extract that font, and then you can download it to your character map. If you are on a Mac, all you have to do is double click that. It's going to open it up over here, and then we're going to install the font, and it is going to be installed into our font book, okay?
Love it.
Now, once you have installed your font, if you already have Cricut Design Space pulled up, you will need to, if you have something on your canvas, you need to make sure that you save it first. And we'll just go ahead and save it so that I can show you. And then once you have saved that, to get Design Space to recognize this new font that you have just downloaded, you will need to come up here to the top menu where it says View, and you're going to click on View, and then you're just going to reload Design Space. So what that does is it just kind of restarts Cricut Design Space, and it recognizes any new fonts, any new files that you have downloaded on your computer since opening Design Space. It's kind of just like a refresh.
Yep.
And now all of those fonts that you have downloaded can now be found in Design Space under your system fonts. So I'm just gonna go ahead, well, maybe in a minute, I'm just gonna go ahead, we're gonna delete these. Oh, Picnic was not deleted. Well, I deleted it anyway. Design Space is being very laggy right now.
You gotta watch my video.
I gotta watch.
Anyone watch my update video? We addressed a lot of Design Space updates.
We've not updated this Design Space.
Well, there's even things that, you know, it's just been causing all sorts of issues.
Courtney was talking about it earlier. I was sitting in there and Courtney was working on a project, and she was like, oh, I don't think that this new update is as bad as what maybe we like as bad as Tanner thought. And then she kept designing and she was like,
oh yeah,
no, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean, if you just look, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, I posted a video yesterday just readdressing quite a few updates. I read a lot about the updates in July. There was like 2 software updates, so you can read about that. There's just been a lot of, not outrage, but like a lot of confusion. Some things have moved around.
Yeah.
So is it not?
No, it's fine. I was just waiting. So what we're going to do is now that we have that downloaded, we're going to grab a text box. So we'll go back to our share screen. So I'm just going to grab a text box and I'm going to go to, we're going to go to our system fonts and I'm going to do the Bubblish. So we're going to type in MGL. We'll do Bubblish here. Cutie. So you can see this one is also, this one is Bubblish too. So this is how the font Bubblish comes in. You can see they're not touching at all, right? Mm-hmm. So we need to get it to this point. I'm going to do the name. We have Emerson over here. I'm going to do it for an Emerson, but this Emerson spells her name a little bit different. Okay. So you're just going to type in your name like so. And there are a couple different ways that you can do this. So let's talk about the different ways that this can be done. First and most obvious way that you can kind of start bringing your letters together is up here in this kind of like the second line of tools, not the top line, but like the second line of tools, right here where you have letter spacing. So that is the first way that you can start bringing these letters together. You can click this down and you can see these letters start moving in together. However, some of the letters start touching, like this S and this R, the Y and the N, start touching before other letters start touching. So sometimes, yes, that will work. Sometimes it doesn't work. So what do you do if that letter spacing isn't working? What you need to do from there, if for some reason bringing that letter spacing down isn't giving you the results that you want, you need to come over here to Advanced. There is a drop-down menu with Advanced, and you need to click Ungroup to Letters. So what that is going to do is that is going to ungroup this word, and each letter is going to be its own separate layer. And you can physically manipulate each individual letter to move it to exactly where you want it. So what you're going to do is you're going to click Ungroup to Letters. And you can see over here on your layers panel that now all of these letters are different layers. So what we're going to work on now is moving these together to make them fit and touch so that it cuts all in one thing. Beautiful. So I personally, if I have everything lined up as it is on the screen, I personally do not like clicking and moving things around on my canvas. And the reason being, and this is going to be very, very important, especially with this new update, if you start working, if something is pretty small, what I noticed when Courtney was working earlier is that you have to be, let's say we're zoomed out to here. And she was trying to work with this, and it wasn't letting her move it back and forth because it was going back and forth between let me move this down a little bit so I can show you. But do you see where the arrows are this way, and then it goes back to a normal arrow here, and then to an arrow there? One thing that the new update is giving a lot of people issue with is not being able to move it if they design when it's kind of like zoomed out. Yeah. It's not letting you move it. You have to zoom in. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit back right here. So I will say that is one of the reasons why, not the only reason, but that is one of the reasons why I personally don't 100% like clicking and moving things on the canvas. I like working from my layers panel. Yes. And if you want to become proficient with Cricut Design Space and really get very detailed with your designs, learning to work from your layers panel can be an absolute game changer.
So good.
Honestly. So what I like to do, because I know that all of my letters right now are lined up, they're all arranged, or they're not like up and down, whatever. and I don't want to move them, I just want to move them left and right, I'm going to select from my layers panel, and then I'm going to use my keyboard, and I'm just going to bump that guy over just ever so slightly to touch that M. What you can also do, if you need to, is we can zoom in a little bit more, and you can see that this is touching the M. It's gonna be a personal preference if you want it to come in a little bit more. So if we bring it in just a little bit more, there you can see we have a couple different places. We have 3 different places where now it is going to touch. So that is definitely my suggestion for you all, is when we get to this point, work from your layers panel and not from the canvas. So what you're gonna do is you're just going to start selecting each letter, and you're gonna bump this over. Now, I know I'm gonna have people ask, well, what if we only want it to touch in one area and we don't want it to touch on the other area? That's a fantastic question, and a really good, forethought for thinking ahead. If this were me, and let's say, I think with the E, it's gonna be fine right here. So I'm just gonna move it in. And
I like that you left a little hair of a gap just for separation.
Yes. So that is also going to be a big part of this project. And you can see here, let me show you, let's go overhead. So this is another good example. So the H and the E both have straight sides, which this font is like, there really isn't going to, it's not going to give you a lot of separation. So there are going to be instances where you are going to have your, like, certain letters touch a specific way. But this was one of the first ones we did, and we were like, maybe this word just doesn't work with this font. It's going to be a personal preference if this is what you like. I personally am not a fan of that. If that were me, I might have even tilted my E just so slightly to give it a little bit of differentiation, to make it look a little bit more interesting. So if this is the case and you're like, I want things to kind of have a little bit more movement, here is what I would do. And I think I'm gonna try it with the R. I see something that I wanna try with this R, and I want you guys to hear me out on this. So what I'm gonna do, from my layers panel, I'm choosing that R. I'm gonna move it over, but I'm gonna play around with it and maybe even tilt it ever so slightly, bring it up just a little bit so that it touches at the top, but it doesn't at the bottom. And that way, when I move my S over, and I don't know if this is 100% gonna work yet, we're just kind of playing with it. Don't be afraid to maybe tilt back and forth just a little bit. Hold on, I just want to see if this is going to work.
Love it.
I think actually I'm kind of liking all of them a little bit tilted.
Love it.
Yeah, this is it, guys. This is it. And then when you tilt, you may have to bring some down. But now you're seeing like how we can still make our letters touch, but keep separation. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Now, once again, we're just gonna keep working. I'm gonna move my Y over. I want it tilted this way, just a smidgen. Now the Y and the N is going to be, I think, a little bit trickier. For us to connect. However,
it looks so groovy.
I know. I'm loving how it's giving us, we can still clearly see each individual letter, and it's not like running into each other.
The E and the M touching, like, really, just is so much easier to read right like that.
Yes.
So I will say this is a skill of like learning what's enough tilt, what's not enough. So do it sparingly.
Very sparingly at first. Like, for example, I have been going tilting right, tilting left, and alternating, but with the Y and the N, there's not gonna be a way for me to tilt it to the right with it to get it to touch properly. So it's going to be just playing around with it. So we might just move it over and not really tilt it, or if we do, we might, actually I don't think I want the N tilted that much. We might just move it over here. We might tilt it just a little bit. but not a lot, and bring it down so that it just connects at the top there. And boom. That is, it's really all about playing around with what you have. And I know that these learning techniques like this, and instead of us doing, here's what you do exactly each and every step, we are teaching you these skills to help build your design knowledge and help you become better designers. So it may be a little bit of trial and error for you depending on what name you're doing, what word you're doing, but we want to make sure you have those skills necessary to make it work.
Amazing.
Okay? So once you have moved your letters in, you've made sure each and every one is touching exactly where it needs to, your next step is going to be either selecting all of your layers from the layers panel. Now, normally this is what I would tell you to do, is select from the layers panel, but with this one, we are zoomed in enough to where really all we have to do is drag and get that bounding box around it because we're not touching anything, we're not touching any of the letters. So clicking and dragging and making sure all of those layers are selected is going to be your next step. And then from there, you are going to come down here to combine. And let's talk about all of the different features that you can use for this. So
lots of different features.
Lots of different features you can use. So the first thing you can do is you can unite. Once again, if you hover over unite, what it does is it says it combines two or more objects together into one new object. So if you click unite, you can see that all of those become one layer. However, the thing that I do love about unite over Weld, so if you've been in Design Space, you know Weld was our first, I guess, function to be able to do this. Combine is a fairly new, I guess, last year and a half.
Couple years, yeah.
Has it been a couple years
now? I think it's 2
summers. Oh my goodness.
I know,
time flies when you're having fun. Combine is a semi-new, not so new now, but it is a feature that it does make it one layer. However, you can see with this drop-down menu, I can still come in here and manipulate each of these separate layers. So yes, this is one layer. Yes, this is all gonna cut together. However, if I'm looking at it after I have united it, I can come over here and be like, something is still, let's say something's still a little bit off with the E here. So I can come with this drop down menu, I can drop it down and I can still select each individual letter here and I can move it if I want to, but then when I click back on unite, it's still united together. So it is more of it gives you more freedom to still move things around if you want to, which I do enjoy. Now, if you wanted to, you can weld these together. If you wanted to click weld, just know that weld, you cannot undo a weld.
Yeah.
You can only hit back while you are still in Design Space to undo a weld, but if you are working on something and then you go out of Design Space or you exit out of Design Space, you can't undo that weld.
Yeah.
If I were to come up here to view and reload Design Space, I can still come back down here and I can undo that unite function.
Yeah.
So that's one of the biggest reasons why we have gone away from the weld function and gone more into the unite function. So just keep that in mind. Now, if you wanted to merge all these layers, let's say you were just like, well, Lauren, I really don't need, I've got it exactly where I want to. I don't have to have all these different layers. You can come down here to these combined features and you can go ahead and merge them and make them one layer. I don't think it's 100% necessary, only if you are going to slice, which is a completely different video and a completely different technique. So this is pretty much it.
Yay!
Once you are here, you are ready to cut your name out to place in your bookmark. So
good.
Let's go ahead. I'm gonna clear this glitter off for just a second. And we're gonna go overhead and we're gonna make us a bookmark. So one thing I did not talk about that you are going to need is you are going to need a light grip mat for this. I feel like if we're working with our Cricut, a mat is
Common practice.
Huh?
I said common practice.
I mean, it's common practice. It's just one of those things that you know you're going to need. So we are going to be using a light grip mat today. I also love the Cricut brayer. It is becoming one of my favorites. Yeah. I used to, I would just slap a material down on a mat and call it a day and just use my hand. I'm telling you, using a brayer really does change the game. It gets your stuff down there. It gets your stuff secured to the mat really, really well and just makes your cuts cleaner. I don't know how to explain it. Because your material is secured down to this mat, it just makes everything so much simpler. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna hop back over to Design Space. I'm going to hide the other Emerson with an O, and we're gonna cut Emerson with a Y. Actually, I guess we need to measure first. Measure twice.
Are you sure?
I mean,
you don't want to just risk it.
I mean, I normally do just risk it for the biscuit, but I better not this time. So let's measure our bookmark and see how large we can make this. Also, little tidbit of information, a little tip from your gal Lauren.
What you got?
Don't measure. If you have a soft measuring tape, don't measure from this metal part.
Wait, what?
Start with one and go from one over because.
And then subtract one?
And then subtract one because I tried to measure. I was filming a video, and when I measured using the metal piece, it was the measurements. I had to be very precise. So if you're having to be very precise, don't use it. If you're just like trying to get a general idea, you know, 6.5, whatever, it's fine. But if you have to be very precise, Court taught me to start on the one and get your exact measurements. Just subtract 1 inch.
I have been learning, this is so funny, I've been relearning some basic things. For example, I was at a CrossFit class the other day with the coach who has owned the gym, I mean, for 15 years. They just celebrated their 15th year. I've been going there since 2018. I don't know the math on that, 6 years. Anyway, I have been using what they call an ab mat completely wrong.
An ab mat?
An ab mat. Like when you're doing sit-ups, they have these little mats for
Don't you just lay on them?
Well, but I've been laying on the wrong part. And he taught us the proper way of using it, and I was like, wow. And then yesterday he taught us another, like how to do a dip the proper way, and I've been doing dips wrong too. So anyway, I'm just being humbled every day. Anyone else?
Well, yeah, I get humbled all the time. Especially,
Love it.
Okay, so I measured, we're going with about 5 inches for the name. In the bookmark, we're going to go ahead and go to Make It. We are cutting this on our mat, on a 12 by 12 mat. And I'm just going to load our paper in. We are going to go to Continue. We are going to let our computer recognize our machine. And then, this is another thing that I've noticed, is it takes Design Space forever.
It used to not.
I know that.
I think they're just going through a little slump.
And it's not like, I know that this thing stays connected via USB.
I don't know. I mean, the internet is just, you know, these online softwares.
I know. Okay, and we're just cutting this on medium cardstock. Oh no, we're not gonna worry about that. It's okay, it's not gonna go down that far.
And guys, don't forget, if you have not, we did a big announcement at the beginning of the show.
Yep.
If you're a Makers Learn member, we have new cut files, new fonts, and we're bringing back monthly craft challenges.
Yay!
This first challenge is all about doing what we are doing in today's training. You know, bringing together a Makers Learn font, letting the letters touch, and putting it into a project. Doesn't have to be a new font, doesn't have to be a bookmark, you can do whatever you want, but as long as you make a project by August 31st, you'll be entered to win a $100 Amazon gift card. Post on the Facebook group, email it in. We'd love to give you a reason to maybe win the $100 Amazon gift card.
That's right. Okay, so what I have done, you can see we have our name cut out here. What I've done is I've just taken a Cricut tool because I couldn't reach the bottom of that, and I'm just kind of like opening up that bookmark like this. Super simple. We just want to make sure that the glitter can get all the way down to the bottom. Before I pick up my name to put it in there, we're going to go ahead and fill our bookmark with a little bit of glitter. Maybe here in just a second. So now you don't have to use a funnel. We can, look, I can show you, we can do it without having to use a funnel. You can just kind of dump some in there, however much or however little you'd like. It's really a personal preference. The reason that I'm doing this before I'm putting the name is because I want to see, and I'm gonna dump it everywhere. I want to see kind of how much there is, because I want you to be able to read the name, you know?
Yeah.
I don't want there to be so much glitter that you can't even read the name. So I think that's good. I might put just a smidgen more, but not a lot. You don't need a lot for this project because, like I said, too much glitter is going to mean you can't read what it says. So we'll just do just a tad bit more like that. And now what we are going to do is we are going to unload our mat. So I'm just taking this off first. Now, this is, if you are working with paper and your mat and you do not need your paper, or you do not want your paper to curl, what you need to do, take your mat, flip it upside down, and what we're gonna do, you can take a spatula, you can take reverse tweezers, you can do whatever, you can use your fingers, and we're going to let gravity kind of pop that paper off of the mat just like that. So now it's not curled.
Love
and
it.
Look how good that looks.
Amazing.
All one piece.
Ooh.
And now all we need to do is we are going to stick our name down into our bookmark. And I'm gonna kind of move everything down like that. And see what I mean by making sure you don't get too much glitter, because then you can't see the name. And I honestly could probably even take some of this out. So let me try, let's take just a few pieces of glitter out. I said I needed more, but I think the more I look at it, the less I really want.
Love it.
And then move that around just a little bit more. We're gonna stick our name back down in there. And the last thing that we have left to do is going to be sealing this shut. I'm trying to decide which way I want it to go. So if that's gonna be at the top, yeah, we'll go this way. We'll go this way with it.
Such a fun one.
And then now all we're gonna have to do, we're gonna clean our table off, because you do not want any glitter. If you can help it, you wanna try to not get glitter on your packing tape.
Right.
What we're gonna do is we're just gonna take some packing tape. This is a lot. I'm going to grab some scissors, and I'm just going to cut a pretty small strip of clear packing tape, like this.
So good.
I'm going to put that over to the side to save it just in case I need another piece. And now what we're going to do is we are just going to take this packing tape and we're going to seal this shut. You want to make sure that you don't put the packing tape underneath or over this hole here. And then you do want to leave enough to at least wrap around the back. This is just going to really help you secure that in there so that it doesn't go anywhere and it doesn't peel off. And we're just rolling that around the back. And that's it. The last thing we have to do is looping our tassel through here. And how you're gonna do that is you're gonna pinch this together, put it through the front or the back to where there is a loop, like so. And then you're gonna bring your tassel back around through that loop and just kind of loop it like that.
So amazing.
And look, you have a super cute bookmark.
Oh my gosh.
And y'all, really and truly, that could have taken us 5 minutes at most.
Yeah.
That's it.
I love that
and
it's like getting to like kind of mesh together with everything. Because it's kind of like a little paper crafting technique, but you're able to have it like in a functional way.
I know.
So amazing. And like the clear tape right here.
The clear tape.
You can't even see it.
You can't even see it. You can't even see it.
What do you guys think? So fun, super, super easy. Great gift idea. Great way to, like, if you want to gift a book, you can gift, you know, something customized and personal with it. Super, super awesome. So yes, adorable, easy, love it, love it, love it. Yes, yes, yes. So awesome. Let's see what else.
Now, if you all want to get in on this member challenge and you are not a member, you need to go ahead, check it out. Go ahead and join the membership.
You can join for 1 month for $47. You're going to get access to all of our courses.
Every single course we have.
Every single course. If you go yearly, we do have that coupon code EPIC for $300 off. You're going to get our starter kit, which comes with sublimation cheat sheet, our fonts, our Canva, Cricut, Etsy, and our craft hack handbook, which is all so, so, so amazing. And we would love to hook you guys up to get you guys the absolute best success. So
yes,
we love it.
And not only that, but if you go ahead and become a member today, we have a member-only masterclass tomorrow.
What are we tackling tomorrow?
We are doing, we are making the oyster shell
That's right.
ornaments.
Christmassy.
You can do oyster shell ornaments. You could do oyster shell ring holders. You could do
the ring holder.
So many different things with these oyster shells. We're going to be doing some decoupaging. We're going to be printing our own we're going to be printing our own pattern, our own design, and then decoupaging that on there. I mean, we've got a lot of skills to cover in tomorrow's masterclass that you definitely do not want to miss.
And you have to be a member, so get in there. We are so excited for you. We have AI for Creatives. If you are a MGL Plus member, great to get instant access to that as soon as you log into your portal. If you are not a MGL Plus member, go ahead, click the link down below. Be sure to be logged in. We will prorate your membership to get you in our full All Access Pass membership. We are so, so excited for you, and it's going to be incredible. So super, super excited. Cannot wait to see you back here. Next week, we'll have some more fun. We have our Etsy Effect conference. So if you don't have a ticket to Etsy Effect, if you are an MGL Plus member, you get a free ticket. And you'll be able to register using the coupon code.
I mean, that's a double whammy. Even more reason to at least become a monthly member.
Oh my gosh, that's half the price is just Etsy Effect. So that's this coming Monday. You get to hear from Sadie, myself, and Ashley Falco. They are all amazing, and we would love to host you on Monday. We've already had hundreds grab a ticket. We'd love to invite you to grab yours too. So check out all the links down below.
You've been talking.
I've been talking way too long. It's been so good. But thank you guys so much. If you need anything, be sure to reach out to customer service. We'd love to serve you today, and we'll see you inside the membership. Bye.